Alrighty, what is going on, guys? So wanted to chill. We're here in Tampa still. Decided to just sit down here and talk with you guys. Talk about some stuff. I don't really have anything planned. I'm chilling in the backyard here. Really beautiful place that we're sitting at. Guys in the back room doing some work and stuff. But wanted to just talk to you guys about just end of year stuff into next year. Some of my plans and goals for business and life. So first things first, man, I just want to say this was a very, very, very interesting year. Learned a lot about business. At the start of the year, we were running a content marketing agency doing about $50K a month, helping business owners with their content ideas, right? We'd help them script out hooks, keywords, hashtags, bring up topic ideas for them to help them really kind of understand and get familiar with how to grow organically on platforms like TikTok, a little bit of Instagram as well. But we kind of shut that agency down. We had multiple team members. We had different VAs from the Philippines, from Central America. We had a couple sales reps and stuff as well. And we kind of shut everything down to go all in a new path. And I want to spend some time just talking about what we're doing now and how we're pivoting and why it's so important to always stay on the cutting edge as a business owner. So right now our offer is centered around helping online coaches, consultants, educators, agency owners grow with paid marketing and build a personal brand. What we're seeing and why we shifted from that old offer to this offer was a couple of reasons. First main reason is we hate organic marketing. I absolutely hate organic marketing so much. It was a big part of my brand for a while, teaching people how to grow organically because I just didn't know any better. And organic marketing can be very beneficial if you're not someone with a ton of money in advertising. But even then, like with a couple $100 and the right brand and the right marketing system, we've learned now that you can really take that to the next level with paid ads, and I'm gonna talk about that in just a moment. But we really just got fed up with it, man. Dealing with a lot of different clients, learning that at the end of the day, you can put all the time and effort in helping them establish content ideas, but if they're not passionate about what they do as far as content and being in front of the camera, it's just not gonna work out well. So despite us also making $50K a month, we weren't really pulling home that much money. $50K a month sounds great, but then you gotta think about all the different team members that we had. We weren't running ads at the time, but we were cutting a lot of our profits down with all the different team, all the different operational drag, the different softwares. We had a ton of different software costs as well. So Trevor and I kind of sat back and was like, dude, what are we doing? Is this like really what we want to do? Work really hard, do all this done for you stuff and not actually, one, take home a good portion of our profits, but two, like not really have an offer we're really proud of, because it's like, we're helping people get views and reach here and there, but it wasn't as good as it could be. So we kind of learned about advertising, right? We finally decided to just kind of fire the entire team. We still have our client success manager now, but we decided to fire pretty much our entire staff and go all in on learning paid ads. We wanted to shortcut the approach of getting views and reach, right? Because it's like, we looked at a lot of other successful 7, 8, 9-figure entrepreneurs. They have good brands, but they didn't spend all this time just sitting down growing. Well, some of them did, but not a lot of them spent all this time sitting back kind of trying to grow with different strategies and all that stuff. So we were like, how could we shortcut the process of growing organically but still have that brand? And that now brings us to where we are now. So our offer is surrounded by still relying on that brand, where people are seeing your short form content, seeing your stories, learning more about who you are on Instagram. But instead of spending 2 years of consistently posting 2 to 3 times a day to try to grow organically, we're now focused on using paid marketing and really good hyper specific messaging to speak to your target audience and run 1 or 2 follower ads that get you inbound leads following you every single day. Now, this video isn't for the technical side of things. I really want to spend more time just talking about mindset. But one of the things that I've learned up to this point is that as you try to scale in business, you want to be more efficient with your time. And it just wasn't, what we were doing wasn't efficient. We did cold outreach. We were sending Loom videos to like 20 to 30 people that never seen us before, trying to get them interested in what we had to sell. Like I mentioned, I was doing a ton of organic marketing, posting 2 to 3 times a day, going live a couple hours every week. We had Facebook groups where we're just adding random strangers on Facebook to our Facebook group, trying to post stuff in a Facebook group. And all those things have merit and value, and it could be very beneficial, and it can make you money. We made money doing it, but it's not where my passion lied in business. And I think I've learned that in business, you can be happy while scaling, right? Like I always thought, like, you just kind of have to suck it up and just do whatever it takes. And to some degree, that is kind of true, but you can have the best of both worlds in business. You can enjoy what you do and still grow your business, right? It doesn't have to be 24/7 mind-numbing activities that you just feel like you're running yourself into a wall every day, because there comes a time where you will get fatigued and burned out, So I'm at the point now where I'm just enjoying business. Look, I'm not saying it's easy, right? Like what we do, it's simple to understand, but to show up every day in your business, be consistent, and manage advertising campaigns when sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't go well. Like there's elements to what we do now that isn't as great and as fun. But overall, my quality of life in business has just been dramatically improved. Now, with that being said, we took a step back with our business as far as monthly income because we were really heavily placed in the organic realm. We built up a massive following on TikTok, and it allowed us to get to 50K a month. But since pivoting to a new offer, a new kind of, same market, we're always working with coaches and educators, but since pivoting to a new market and a new strategy, a marketing strategy, we took a step back as far as like consistent revenue and income, and we're slowly now starting to build it back up to the point we're starting to get confident again, starting to see consistent high revenue months, but it's not quite there yet. Right, for us, the goal is 150 to 200K a month. And of course, when we hit there, we're probably gonna set new goals. But right now, that's our main focus, 150 to $200,000 a month with like 85% profit margins if possible. We know people in the space doing it. And it's one of the greatest things about connecting and networking with people. You start to open up your eyes to what's really possible out there, right? Like you can accomplish some pretty amazing things in this goddamn world that we live in where you would tell yourself, there's no way this is possible. I'll give you guys a quick story, right? We deal with a lot of DMs every single day. A lot of people reaching out, a lot of people that are conversating and engaging with us and want to know how to grow their business. And nothing upsets me more than when we speak to someone and they say, we ask them, what is your monthly income goal? And they tell us, oh, I want to make like $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Like, really? That's it, dude? And I get it. Like for some people, it's just about like replacing your 9-to-5 income. But at the end of the day, dude, you realize as a business owner, you probably work more in your business than you would ever work at your 9-to-5. So if you're going to be dedicating as much time and effort into your business as we do as business owners, you better want to make way more money than that, So like, and I think that comes from people not understanding that there's so much money to be made in this world. And I know it can be hard, right? We live in a world now where everything is so expensive and it feels like we're on the brink of a recession. I'm not a financial or an economist, so I can't tell you, but I know it feels that way. But I'm telling you, there's tons of money to be made if you position your time, effort, and expertise in a market and in a field that's growing. They say the most millionaires are made during a recession. I'm not saying we're in one or we're going to be in one soon. It looks like it is. But if that's so be the case, this is the opportunity. This is the time now to really put your foot forward. I was talking with the guys, and one of the things that we absolutely hate are people that they don't stick to their word, right? They say they want to see change. They say they want to do amazing things, and they want to, quit their job, spend more time with their family, travel, do all these amazing things. But when push comes to shove and it's time for them to invest in themselves and actually make a difference, they don't do it. Why? Because they're afraid of taking that next step. I always tell people, like, worst case scenario, you always got to look at it from a worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, you try your business out, and no one's saying to quit your job, right? You can still work your job while trying to grow your business. But worst case scenario, you try, you put all your time and effort into growing your business. If it doesn't work out, guess what? You go back to working your job. You like, there's always going to be a job out there, right? But the opportunity of being able to make multiple 5 figures a month and actually work for yourself, that's an opportunity worth taking a risk on. And I'm telling you right now, like, if you guys are serious and passionate about it, you will find success, because at the end of the day, nothing's going to stop you. But that's the problem, though. Most people don't really want to be business owners. They want what comes with being a very, very 1% successful business owner, where you're driving the fancy cars, you're living the lavish lifestyle. They don't actually want to be business owners. Because if you wanted to be a business owner, you would understand that what comes with being a business owner are early mornings, late nights, countless hours of weeks and months of growing, seasons as we call them, where you're building and building and building, and you're looking for a change, and you just can't hit that because it takes time, right? Being a business owner is the biggest learning curve out there. Biggest learning curve out there is being a successful business owner. You know the amount of work, time, and effort that goes into being successful. It's ridiculously hard, but it's worth it in the end. And I'm glad I got started at a young age. Not to say if you're watching this in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you can't be successful, but it's always good to invest in yourself at a young age and not look back and say, man, I wish I had started when I was younger, But I guess that's just my pet peeve with the world we live in now. It's just so much easier to act as if you are someone that wants change and make a difference, but you don't really want to. I think we live in the softest time in history. And we were talking about this on our podcast, our walking podcast that the boys and I recorded earlier today. Definitely check that out. I'm not sure if this is going to be posted before or after that. Just land on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for that. But we live in such a soft era now where it's just so much easier to complain about what's going wrong rather than trying to fix and make things go right, So I think the previous generation, they worked so hard to make our current life so easy, and people have taken it for granted, man. I look back every day, every morning I wake up grateful to one, be alive, to one, be able to walk on my own 2 feet, to be able to have the ability to travel and live in such a great world. We live in a world now where there's wars nonstop, people living in mass poverty, they can't get access to clean water, and people that work here or live here in the US and are not aware of how great of an opportunity that they have to be successful. My parents are immigrants from Jamaica. I was actually born there. I lived there for 2 years and moved to New York and now live in Connecticut. And man, when I tell you, going back out there, for those of you who have never traveled, going back out and living in different parts of the world and seeing how lucky you have to, even if you, any first world country for that matter, you might be Canadian watching this, you might be from the UK, even if you live in a third world country, but you still are more well off than other people suffering below you, you don't realize how great of an opportunity you have until it's gone. And luckily, I haven't had anything crazy happen to me up to this point in my life, but I'm not gonna let this opportunity slip by. And that's just the way I look at life. Look, guys, I'll wrap it up here. There's a ton of opportunity in this world. If you're looking to be successful in business, if you're looking to be successful in life, it doesn't matter. Just don't take the opportunities given to you for granted. And a ton of more great content on the page coming soon. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys in the next video.